Learn how to grill the best Racco ribs. Learning how to cook ribs on the grill may take a little time and patience, but the process couldn't be easier. Just coat the ribs in the spice rub, wrap them in foil, and stick them on the grill. They cook over indirect heat for about 2 hours before finishing over the flames. Whether you opt for a charcoal grill or a gas grill is your choice. Either way, they'll be smoky, tender, and charred, and to give them a sticky sweet flavor, we've basted them with a glaze of barbecue sauce. Feel free to make your own barbecue sauce or use a store-bought sauce to make things even easier. Then, serve them up with your favorite barbecue sides. Think coleslaw, potato salad, corn on the cob, and Ree's best ever baked beans for the ultimate summer cookout menu. Baby back ribs versus spare ribs. What's the difference? There are few differences between baby back and spare ribs. The first is where they're cut from. Baby back ribs come from the upper rib cage, whereas spare ribs are cut from the bottom of the rib cage. Baby back ribs get their name because they're shorter than spare ribs, but they're also more tender and leaner than meatier, fattier spare ribs. Plus, because they're smaller, they cook faster. Baby back ribs do tend to cost more than spare ribs, though. Should you cook ribs before grilling? Traditional barbecue ribs don't need to be cooked before grilling. And in the summertime, we can appreciate keeping the oven off. Instead, the ribs can be cooked entirely on the grill. It's a process that takes time and patience. The ribs cook over indirect heat at a low temperature, but it's worth it. Is it better to cook ribs in the oven or grill? There's really no right answer here. Cooking ribs on the grill like we do here will give you the smoky flavors you know and love. But cooking them in the oven is quicker and gives you more control over the temperature. Either method works, but if you have the time, just fire up the grill. How long does it take to cook ribs on the grill? Depending on the heat of your grill, your ribs should take about 1 to 2 hours in total. Use visual cues to know when your ribs are done. You want them to be tender and easily pierced with a fork, but not completely falling off the bone. Should ribs be wrapped in foil when grilling? Yes, wrapping ribs in foil helps keep them moist and tender during a lengthy visit to the grill. But that's not all the foil does. It also traps heat, allowing the ribs to cook faster. After about 2 hours, these baby backs are brushed with barbecue sauce and head to the grill. Once Moresn's foil tow allow the sauce to caramelize and the ribs to get those gorgeous char marks. How do you tenderize pork ribs before grilling? Removing the membrane on the underside of the ribs before grilling them will make your ribs more tender and give them more flavor. It's a key step and it's simple to do. Use a knife to pull up the corner of the thin membrane from the meat, then use your fingers to pull the membrane away. You can use a paper towel to get a good grip if needed. Yields 6-8 serving as prep time 15 minutes. Total time 2 hours 15 minutes. Ingredients. For the spice rub, 1/4 c light brown sugar, 2 tsp smoked paprika, 1.5 tsp onion powder, 1.5 tsp garlic powder, 1.5 tsp kosher salt, 1 tsp ground black pepper, 1/2 tsp ground cayenne pepper optional. For the grilled ribs, 2 racks baby back ribs, about 5 to 6 pounds total, 3 tsp vegetable oil plus more for oiling the grates, 1/2 c chicken stock, 1/4 c apple cider vinegar, 1.5 c BBQ sauce plus more to serve. Directions. 1. Preheat a grill charcoal or gas to 300 with the coals or flames only under 1/2 of the grill. 2. For the spice rub, mix the brown sugar, smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, black pepper, and cayenne if using in a small bowl. 3. Place the rack of ribs on a large sheet tray and remove the membrane from the underside of the ribs. Rub the vegetable oil all over both sides of the ribs, then sprinkle evenly with the spice rub. 4. Place the ribs on the sheet tray with the curves of the bones facing down. Add the chicken stock and vinegar to the tray. Wrap the tray tightly with aluminum foil and place on the grill over the side with no coals. Flame. Cook over indirect heat until the internal temperature of the ribs reads 180 to 190, about 90 minutes to 2 hours. Alternatively, you can bake these ribs in a 300 oven. 5. Increase the grill temperature to 375 and oil the grill grates well. Transfer the ribs directly over the grill grates and brush the tops with the BBQ sauce. Cover and cook for 5 minutes. Carefully turn the ribs over and baste the other side with the BBQ sauce. Cover again and cook for an additional 5 minutes. Continue basting and turning the ribs until the BBQ sauce has created a sticky coating and the ribs are charred in spots, 10 to 20 minutes longer. 6. Transfer the ribs to a cutting board, brush with any remaining sauce, cut into pieces and serve.